What is up?
I don't hear no
What's that?
sound. Did you turn the sound on?
For what?
Oh, I just wasn't hearing sound on the YouTube when it was playing the
Should
intro.
be sound. I don't know why there wouldn't be no sound. Well, once again, we probably won't know that till like an hour and a half away from now.
Right. Well, anyways, here we are. Back for another fishing
For another
hole.
one, number 7.
No guest tonight, so you gotta just deal with us. Oh, hey, we got it. We do have our first watcher. What up, Skimp?
Oh, Skimp's in. Skimp's in.
Skimp's in. Happy Father's Day, Skimp.
All right. So, what do you want to talk about tonight? Because, like I said, like I texted you earlier, I absolutely have no topics, no nothing besides the obvious.
Well, this is gonna be the true oop-de-oop
Mm-hmm.
fashion tonight, then. Winging it.
You're winging it. I'm just gonna,
Winging
I'm
it.
just gonna sit here and push buttons.
Oh, you're just
I'm
gonna
just,
be the
I'm just
producer.
gonna push
That's what you're trying to
buttons.
say. You're just gonna be the producer. So, well, I guess we could start off talking about fishing. We already know I went fishing. We'll talk about that in a minute. But did you
I did
make
make
it
it out. I
out?
took the wife out on Saturday. Ran up to the seeps and caught caught 3 largemouth, uh, between 3 and 4 pounds each. Yeah, my first one was
Nice,
a 4 pounder,
nice.
all on a chatterbait.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
like that
that's
chatterbait.
the only thing that was. I mean, catching. What sucks is I feel bad for the wife sometimes because she just needs to catch a fish. I got to get her to catch a fish. I'm almost gonna pay somebody like to scuba dive for me and then like hook up a fish to her shit so she could catch a fish. But so I was throwing my chatterbait and I was throwing red and black with my El Diablo missile D bomb on there and caught 2 of them pretty much pretty quick, 2 different spots. But and then she was throwing the chatterbait gold and black chatterbait with a with my Desert Storm. Had a Desert Storm missile baby D, and so I'm like, here, try this rod and reel out because that's that Dobbins with that Casking Stealth on there. And so I'm like, here, you throw that, give me that thing, and it's just that old piece of shit Berkeley rod with a lose laser on there or something like that. So I'm throwing that chatterbait, and sure shit, got one. But those are the only 3. But they're all nice, decent sized ones. I got some footage. I don't know. I was gonna make a video from it, but I don't know, maybe
Did so the wife didn't catch anything?
no bites, nothing. Pretty much all the way
No
through.
bites, nothing.
And by the way,
So,
too, is I've never seen this before at that place, but it is getting very, very weedy in there. Yeah, I
really?
don't remember ever seeing that before. Like we went into that one back part
Huh.
back there by the trees, and
Yep.
we're throwing spinners and chatters and couldn't even throw them. You're just bringing back salad every time. So I
Hmm.
clipped over to a
Interesting.
jig and started throwing jig. Um, ended up finishing off my blackout rod. It's done. It's going up on the wall.
Oh, another
Yeah.
one into the Hall of Fame.
I
That's funny.
I okay. I don't know. So I got 3 busted eyes on there, and one that is damn near ready to fall off. And I don't get it. I don't get why and how I did that.
Because you've been using
I've
your
been
rod
oh yeah,
socks, right?
the rod stocks has been on there pretty much since day one. I mean, so I don't know. That's just what's throwing me for a loop, and I don't know. I'm trying to be careful with them, but those 3 there are just like I said. It was three eyes, like 2 from the top down, 3 of them gone. And I have, and the one, like I was looking at the one, I'm like, God, why is that one just looks funny? I went up and touched it, and it was just like loose. It was just like barely on there. So I'm not going to chalk that up to say that's 13's fishing fault. I'm thinking that, I did something with it, but I don't know. But yeah, another
Right.
one for the wall. That wall's going to fill up quick.
Another one for the wall. So it sounds like Leanne needs a new arsenal, like maybe a nightcrawler bobber kind of thing.
I
Maybe.
No, that's funny that you said that because that's what I told her I'm going to get her.
Just to get it rolling, right? Just you get that one, and then
That
okay, now you're what do they call that? A slow
that,
buster. That's what I'm trying to think of,
I told her that's
right?
what we're going to do because she loves drop shotting. But that's what I said. I said
Drop
when
shot
we
with a
go out
live
there,
line.
especially for a deeper spot, you're not going to do that really. Well, I guess you could have done it at Thompson and see what happens. Oh, matter of fact, we saw a guy out there. He was putting in a pontoon, and some old boy he was fly fishing off his
Oh,
pontoon,
really?
and he said he's there for bluegill. I ain't never seen no bluegill.
Oh, well, you know what? The last time I went out there with Mike, when
Yeah,
was that? March, April? I did
caught a
catch a
crappie,
crappie
huh?
out there.
Hmm.
I did. Yep. On a
Oh, go
Cinco.
figure.
Go figure.
But no, I did tell her that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going
Right.
to get her a bobber because then she can sit there and watch it. And then I think my hummingbird depth finder took a shit. So
Uh-oh.
hers, the one that she has, but that old one. And so she's like, I think you need to
Yeah.
get me a new depth finder. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'll get me a new depth finder and you can have my depth finder because that's how the circle
That's
of life works.
that's it. That's how
And
it works.
she's like,
That's how it
well, does
works.
yours show the fishies? And I'm like, yeah, you could make it show the fishies. Well, I want to see the fishies.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hey,
Right?
hey, yeah, she likes
Whatever
it, so
works,
I'm down
right?
for it.
It's like that. It's like they say with medicine sometimes, when they say the doctor might slip you a placebo, and it's like, well, if you believe
It
it works,
works.
then maybe it
It
works,
works, right?
right?
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, at least you
yeah. I
caught
was
some
gonna
good
say,
ones.
how
That's
was your
good.
tournament?
Yeah, not so good. Not so good. So, yeah, for those that don't know, I jumped in a bass tournament this weekend, Columbia Basin Bass Club. First timer, had my rookie stripe on, and we launched out of Columbia Point. The tournament was basically the Lake Wallula pool. The limits were dam to dam, so between Ice Harbor down to McNary, and anyways, yeah, not so good, not so good. So we had a plan. My the guy that owned the boat I was in, we had a plan to go down to Hat Rock Park. It was down there towards McNary, and yeah, needless to say, we didn't make it. So we've been watching the weather report. We've been watching the weather report, and it was looking good, because in that area, going through that gorge past Wallula there, the winds could be. I think they even had my brother was telling me they even had a bass boat disaster or something there a few years ago. But anyway, so we get heading down that way, and we're hauling butt down the river and calm water. And it's like all of a sudden we got even with Boise Cascade, and we went from calm water
Ooh,
to 3 footers,
yep, right there
just
at
like
the
that.
bend.
And next thing I know, I'm getting drilled in the knee by the dude's foot control for his trolling motor. It wasn't secured. It was like one of those one that lays on the deck. That sucker came flying back at us, bounced off my leg. Oh yeah, it was on then. That boat's bouncing around, and I had went out with him last Sunday, and I thought I knew what it was like, when a bass boat get airborne or something. I was like, yeah, man, that was crazy. Oh hell no, I didn't know. I know now. I know now because we hit a few good ones out there, and old Fred looks over at me. He goes, "Well, you just had your first airborne." I'm like, "Yeah, I believe it." So yeah, it was pretty rough, pretty rough. So we had got that far down. I'm like, and he's like, he finally comes off pad. He's like, "Well, this ain't gonna work." I'm like, "No, I don't think so." So I'm like, "Well, should we try to Walla Walla River?" I mean, we're down this far. Might as well head over and take a look at it. No, that wasn't happening either. So we put our tail between our legs, turned around and started. Start heading back from where we came, and decide, oh, we're gonna run over to Casey's Pond. So we went over there and went in there a little bit. Nothing, no bites, nothing going on there. Saw two other guys in there. Once we got into Casey's Pond, there was two other boats already in there, and I don't know that they did anything. On our way back out, we saw a guy named let me see here, Jake Anderson, who actually was the AOY points leader. He was just pulling in there as we were pulling out. So of course Fred's like, well, I don't think we were wrong to go in there, because obviously there was three other boats in there. But anyways, nothing there. So we come back out of Casey's Pond and we start heading back upriver, and we're going along. You could barely see anything, and that's even with my glasses on, because you're trying to go 60 miles an hour across the water. And old Fred taps me on the shoulder. He's pointing off to the right. He said, kayaks over there. I'm looking over there, like out in the river, like they were out in the river. I'm looking over there and I see this big yellow Hobie off in the distance. Somebody sitting on there with a bright red hat. I'm like, oh, I think I know that guy. He's like, you want to go over there and scare the hell out of him? I was like, nah, let's just leave him be. And we got down to our fishing spot, and I pulled out the phone and texted Mike, you on the river? He's like, yeah. And I go, man, we just went by you. I said, we were that white bass boat bouncing all over the damn place. Anyway, I guess Mike and some guy was out fishing for walleye, so I don't know how they did. But anyway, so we stopped at the train bridge that runs from Burbank to Findlay, and I ended up catching the first little dink on a jig right there. And we spent a while there fighting the current, because the current was ridiculous, and bounced the boat off the bridge piling a couple times. That wasn't very cool. And so, yeah. Then we went up the Snake a little ways, fished at those barge parking areas. He pulled another dink off one of those spots. And the last one we caught, believe it or not, was off the bridge piling for the cable bridge. I caught another one. And that's it, man. That's all we caught. It was rough. I mean,
how come you didn't? Skunked, how come you couldn't go into the Walla Walla River?
Oh, because it was so rough down that way. We didn't want to go any further in that water. We were trying to angle across.
Oh.
So we were like out in the middle, almost towards the Fishin County side. But so we started to head over there, but that water was so rough, and then it turned. So then it turned from going directly into it. Now they were rollers coming on from the side. So we were like, no, forget it. So, and just to give you an idea of the champion dinks that I caught. See if this will show up on there. Hold on. I don't know how good it'll show up, but yeah, there they are. The Titans. That's it. That's what I caught. Nothing
I was
special.
wondering why you posted a picture of the sunrise.
Yeah, it was a nice sunrise. Nicer than the fish cooperating, but I know you and I were talking during the week, because I said people were starting to post on there about what was their predictions was going to be the winning weight, and I remember I was telling you, yeah, a lot of people are saying 20 pounds, and we were both in agreement. Oh, there's no way they're going to catch 20 pounds. Well, exactly
not on the river.
Well, I'm sure they were up by the reach somewhere, so I don't know if they found a cut, or I'm not sure. I've never been up there, but so I'm pretty sure the guys that won, that's where they went. So I mean, I thought it was bad that we had 3 fish for 2.5 pounds, but like I told you, there's one boat that had 5 fish only for 3.9 pounds. So, and the way these guys do it, so probably like a lot of bass clubs, right? They have side pots, big stringer, big fish. These guys have small fish.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So the way they do it is you could have, hey, it's any way to bet money, right? Yeah, whatever you could bet on. So they had a small fish pot. I don't know how much it got, but so the way they do it is you have your 5 fish, your normal 5 fish, and then you can keep a 6th, and the 6th is your entry for small fish. So interestingly enough, I have a prop here, and I got to see the fish that won small fish, and I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't much bigger than this little prop right here. Yeah. That was about the size of the small fish. So it probably won someone's gas. Yeah, but It was still fun. It was a different experience, and I still, I definitely find myself out there thinking,
Mm-hmm.
man, I'd love to have one of these things. So, you just the water that you can cover. That's the thing, because we're used to fishing in the ultra skiff or the kayak, and you got to kind of think ahead when you're going to go somewhere. When you're going to put in, how far are you going to go? So, we have to take that into consideration, and that's the nice thing about the bass
Yeah,
boat,
you
man. You
go.
just
Right.
you cover miles, miles
Right.
you
I
cover.
can't. Well, I was gonna say I can't believe you guys didn't fish that one ledge out there past. Oh shit, Hover. Remember that one ledge that we found a couple years ago when we were out there in the other boat, and there was that bass boat right on top of it.
Oh yeah, well, believe it or not, that's about
Mm,
where it started getting bad, the water. So it wasn't even all the way down to the curve. It was already
yeah,
starting to get rough that far. So and then on top of that, the current.
it's
The current
nuts.
on the river is just,
It.
I mean, like I said, there was times on the Snake that I'm standing on the deck of the boat in the front with my life jacket on, because you gotta have your life
Mm,
jacket on anytime the big motor's running, right, in a tournament. So I'm standing on the front while he's facing up into the current, just barely running the big motor because you couldn't even keep
wow.
up with the trolling
Well,
motor.
what size trolling motor does he have?
So oh, I'm not sure, but you'd have to have it up on high speed, and of course you're,
Mm,
yeah, it
right.
was it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
too
This is
fast.
still pretty quick out there. I know today when we are out there, it's still motoring along. It's probably 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, probably
So
at least that.
it's blowing. So nothing really learned then. I was gonna ask you how your underspin lure went.
Oh yeah, so speaking of that, right? So so I got that tied on my 703 Dobbins Fury, and I think I got 12-pound fluoro on there or something. Anyway, so I'm chucking this thing out there, chucking and reeling it in, chucking, reeling it in, and pretty soon I'm like, man, the hell's my damn handle feel loose? I'm looking down at my handle, and you know how on the
Mm-hmm.
reels they have the big nut that holds the handle on? Then usually they have some kind of a keeper type thing around it, right, to keep it from backing off with a little screw. Well, somehow that little screw vibrated and came
What?
out, and so the little thing that goes around the nut came off, and the big bolt was coming loose
Isn't
that's
that your
holding the
Fluger
reel on, or
Supreme
the
on
nut,
that?
you know. So I'm like,
What?
right. So I'm like, what in the hell? So I looked down where I was sitting in the boat, and I found the keeper that goes around the nut laying in the bottom of his boat, but I couldn't find the little screw. So no telling when that thing came off. Yeah. I mean, I still threw it a few times, but you'd have to cast a few times and reel it, and then you'd have to try to tighten that nut down to make sure you didn't. Yeah, because I just knew with my luck I was going to catch a fish and be fighting the damn reel come off or
Right.
the handle come off in the fight.
Oh,
Like, of
that
course.
sucks.
So yeah, so I just at that point I pretty much just picked up my blackout rod and started
Maintenance.
chucking the jig around, and that's what I
Maintenance.
caught the fish on. Yeah, maintenance. But I mean, it could have come out in the boat as rough as that boat was and bouncing
Yeah.
around. And I forgot. And there was another blooper too. I forgot to tell about this part. So now we're getting close to the end of the day, and we're heading back up towards Columbia Point, and we're gonna go zip in that little boat
Mm-hmm.
ramp area by Chiawana Park because he caught a little dink there last Sunday. And so we're getting close to there. We're probably rolling past about road 50 something there, hitting a few waves, and all of a sudden I see something coming towards me, but kind of off the side of the boat. And by the time my eyes focused what it was, because we're hauling butt, right? It was a damn rod, and I see the rod coming, and it's coming off the side of the boat, and I see the reel, and my instinct was to reach down and grab for it, and I felt it, but I couldn't get a hold of it.
Oh.
Gone. He's like, "What the hell was that?" I'm like, "I'm like, that was the rod." He's like, "Oh, I mean, I can't say what he said because yeah, there'd be some bleeping going on, but the bad part was I found out he said that wasn't the first time he's donated to the river. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So somehow in the mess of rods up at the front, I think it didn't get a strap on it or
Caleb
something.
Brinkley asked. I just went over the thing. Caleb Brinkley asked, "What reel should I get for a cheap new one?" Right? I don't know how long ago it was.
Yes, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments either. Yeah, Skimpy, it was on jigs. I caught first one was in pretty dirty water, and it was I was fishing a New Tech jig, black and blue with a Strike King Rage Mini Scrub, black and blue on it. That's what I caught the first one on. That was on the Snake River, or I guess it was the Columbia, but it was, Snake was dumping in, so it was dirty. And then later on the Columbia River by the Cable Bridge, I caught it. I switched over to a green pumpkin because the water was a little more clear. So yeah, jigs. I like fishing those jigs. Jigs in the Cinco, but with the current like it was going in deeper water, yeah, it was definitely was a jig bite for me,
I didn't
anyways.
get nothing on my. I didn't get no bites or nothing. But that water, you know what? That water temp at the seeps was still 63 degrees.
Yeah, on the river, I don't
63.
know what yours said today. If you, oh, see, yesterday ours said
Mm-hmm.
58, but that was in the morning, I think. But I did notice, because like I told you, I went out with him last Sunday, and I did notice from last Sunday, like you said on the phone the other night, to yesterday on the Columbia, the water
Right.
definitely was more
It
clear.
was definitely.
But the Snake River still looks like Yoo-hoo or Yahoo, whatever they call that drink. Yeah,
That's
that
the
one's
assassin.
is that the Assassin,
So
right?
right there, Caleb. Actually, I would. I
I should
would
get
get
that.
the Casking Royal. It's like $34, and if it's anything like their other stuff, it's it's good, really good. I used that Spartacus this weekend. I didn't get a chance to put anything on this one and use it, but that Spartacus I used this weekend, and it's pretty tits for $36. Heavy as a son of a bitch that one was, but the Royal Legend is, I think it weighs less than that, and it has a faster gear ratio. But I got this for 45. This is a nice. This is lighter than piss too.
Yeah, isn't that thing only like
Yeah,
5.5 ounces
yeah,
or something like that?
5.7. So yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what I'm going to put on. I don't know if I'm going to put braid on it or if I'm going to put that tactical on there or what. But it is nice.
What do you plan on throwing? What are you gonna mostly
You
throw
know
with
what? I
that?
don't know.
What lures are you thinking?
Honestly, I don't know. A new one,
Well, what rod are you gonna put it on? Oh no, you're not allowed
something
to.
new because that blackout rod took a shit. So that was my main jigging rod. Wow.
Well, then that's
Yeah,
what I'd do. I'd get a new jigging rod.
6'3".
What's the ratio on that one? The speed?
Mm-hmm.
6.3. Hmm. Oh, because line. I mean, base it off what you
Right,
think
but I
the
don't know
most
if
is
I
gonna
wanted to
throw
put
on
it
it.
on that cranking rod or if I
If
was
you're gonna
gonna.
throw,
I don't know. I got choices.
if you throw it on the crankbait rod, I would put like 10 or 12 pound fluoro if you're gonna throw it on a crankbait rod. And I would probably try out if you want to try out the
Mm-hmm.
tactical, which I still haven't tried mine yet, but I've heard good things about it. Otherwise, you obviously can't go wrong
Right.
with Invisex. But I would say if you're gonna do crankbait, that I know on my rod that I've been throwing jigs on lately, I've got 17 pound Invisex.
And I've been using 12 pound in VizX, but then I got that 15 pound and I got that 12 pound P-line tactical, which I still
Yeah,
haven't used it, but since it was on
yeah,
sale,
that's
I
the
bought
stuff
it.
I want to try.
I haven't put it on yet. But there you go, Caleb. Yeah, man, check him out, buddy. Cast King. I tell you what, I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do a review on him because I absolutely do not know what the hell I'm talking about. But I'm gonna do my thoughts on these reels, and the stealth is absolutely amazing. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. That Spartacus that I was throwing out, I wasn't too impressed with it out of the box, and as soon as I started throwing it, I was like, holy shit, this is a very, very nice reel for under $40. So I can't wait to put this on. I really can't wait. Light is all piss too. That's very light. And I told you about my reel covers, right? That I got from China. Took like 15 months to get here. And they absolutely do not fit. Well, I bought them for my spinning reels. That's what they said they were for, is for spinning. Well, it's definitely not a spinning reel cover. Look up in that fucker is. So then I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. Now I guess I got something for my bait caster. Oh no, they don't fit a bait caster either. Unless the bait casters are like really, really tiny in Japan. But that thing ain't even coming close to locking up. So what I did with them, since they were only like $2 a piece, GoPro holder, boom, bam, repurpose, reuse. Damn it, done.
There you
go. Thank you, Japan, bitches. Yeah.
You'll find some way to use it, right?
But yeah, I like I said, man, I was very impressed with that freaking Spartacus reel. I didn't think I was, but I did. I'm going to change out all my reels to casking. As they start breaking or as I want a new one, I'm going to buy casking.
Yeah, I need to get one and try it out.
Yeah,
I mean, I could.
Yeah,
I
but
could
it won't
try
feel
yours
good.
just to get a feel for it. Except
Yeah.
you reel with the wrong hand. So
It won't feel good for you. So you'd be like, oh, this is garbage.
Although if you let me use it first, I'll probably catch a fish.
That's how it's been going.
That's how that seems.
I never pop the cherry.
Right, that's how it goes.
It's always you popping the cherry on my shit.
No.
And it's not even like so the backstory to that is that I'll be like, hey dude, check out this new rod and reel I got. I'm like, I haven't even thrown it yet, and we'll be sitting there loading or unloading at the dock or something like that, and he'll like, oh yeah, he'll throw it out there and he'll freaking catch a fish with it, and then I
Jake's the fluffer.
And then I won't catch nothing with it for like a week, 2 weeks. So what was the winning weight on your tournament then? You said 20 pounds?
Yeah, 20.75, and the big fish was 4.7.
Some nice ones. Yeah.
Second place was 19.8, so pretty close, about a pound off, and then it dropped down to 15. So top two definitely.
You remember that? Are you seen those memes, right? Those memes about I didn't catch no fish, so I sent you a picture of the sunset on how beautiful the day was. And so when I saw your post of cast off or blast off, and I'm like, oh, he didn't catch shit. He didn't catch a damn thing, but he got the sunrise.
I did get the sunrise, yeah. Yeah. It was a 1-day tournament there, Skimpy. He was asking if it was a 1 or 2 day. It was a 1-day tournament, so and being it was my first one, I was, we're all competitive to a point, So I did catch myself at times going, man, this sucks. This really sucks. We're not catching nothing. I was catching a couple dinks, but then I had to remind myself, all right, it's first time. When you're a co-angler, even though it's a team tournament, in other words, I'm not driving the boat, so you kind of are at the mercy of the boat driver to an extent, even though it's a team tournament, you're working together. So yeah, I had to remind myself that it was just enjoy being out here and something different from fishing the
No,
skiff or the
it sounds
kayak.
like fun.
So,
I'd like to do it
but
one of these days. Get out there and do it. Or one of these days, get a bass
yeah,
boat and do it.
right. Well, October would be a pretty good chance because they have what they call the later grader, and it's kind of an end of the year thing. It's after their club championship, and I believe it's designed to, like they tell all the guys, if you don't have a partner, it's a good opportunity to get a new person, uh, come out, experience the
Mm-hmm.
club, and give it a shot, type of deal.
Right.
Kind of like a
Right.
recruiting type tournament. So yeah, it might be a good chance to find an opening for you to get out there and
Yeah,
try it
maybe I'll
out.
get on Fred's boat.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
nice guy, and he's definitely got some fun stories. He's been fishing for a
Yeah,
long
no,
time,
that's. I
so
mean, it's sounding funner than hell. I,
yeah. It just would have been more fun to catch 4
yeah,
pounders, of
or
course,
or
but
or at least catch something where, as you're going in for weigh-in, that you kind of think you might have a chance. Like you catching a fish, you're like, man, I don't know if we're gonna
right.
win, but we should have a pretty good. Should have a pretty good showing, and when you roll in with three dinks the size of your hand, you're like,
Oh yeah, let me tell you. Let me tell you when I walk up there with
I
that
can
bag
see
of
that
fish,
right
right?
there.
Because Fred's helping. Fred's helping. Fred's helping. Fred's helping do the weigh-in. So he's helping get the fish through, through the process and everything. And so he tells me, "Hey, go grab the fish," right? So I'm coming walking up there with the bag, and I dump those fish in there, and I said, I said to the other guy, I said, "Okay, so if you have less than 5, you are allowed to keep the cold tags on, right?" No, that didn't work. So I dump them in there, right? Then they weigh them and everything, and I'm getting ready to grab them and put them back in the bag. And then, of course, they got a guy from the club that's taking pictures of everybody, right? And Fred's like, I was starting to get the fish in the bag. It's like, oh, no, 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 this is first one. You got to take pictures. Like, oh, all right.
You should ask him. Do you black out the face?
Yeah. So, right.
So at least you got out and did it. That's
Yeah.
the fun part.
At that point, your arms aren't even long enough, to hold the fish out far enough.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Fun, funny though. Come on, you got to
Yeah.
admit it.
Oh yeah,
It
for
sucks that
sure.
the weather was
For
shitty though.
sure. I had a good time. Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't bad. Like I said, it wasn't bad on the main river. It's just bad where we intended to go. I mean, it was,
Hmm.
yeah, those were some waves right there.
Man, dude, I got to figure out this stream stuff, man. It keeps on bouncing around.
I saw that. I saw that you had the
Well, it's
spinner
showing
there a
green and
minute
then it
ago.
drops to yellow, and I don't know. I got to mess with some settings on the OBS, the capture device here, to see maybe if that's the issue. Maybe I'm trying to put too much out.
Hey, Caleb was, I see, I don't know if you saw, Caleb was also asking about a
Well,
spinning reel
I'd love to
suggestion.
tell you go get that Creed, and that's the problem.
Yeah, but I haven't tried
Somebody
it yet.
bought one, and it's been sitting in their shit for freaking 3 years and a day, and hasn't
It's
bought
right
one
there on
yet.
the shelf. Nope. Because I had intentions of setting up a drop shot only rod with that reel, and just haven't got around to buying a
No,
rod
you
yet
know what?
for it.
I
So
actually
on the
started
shelf
doing
it sits.
a best bang for your buck for spinning reels, and I think I came across. I don't even know if I want to try and find it. Oh my god! I think my mouse is going to shit. I know my mouth is going to shit. I changed the batteries in it. I need a new mouse.
Well, while you're looking for that, I was not to get off topic here real quick, but since I see Skimpy's hanging out with us tonight watching, and we should have asked him last week because I know, or at least I have the impression that he's a fight fan, boxing fan. I think he's a boxing guy, which I prefer boxing myself. I like watching boxing. I know Jade's more of an MMA guy, but we should have asked him about the whole McGregor Mayweather deal, what his take on it was. I'm sure Skimpy has an opinion on that. I mean, obviously, we probably all know who's
I
going to
don't know,
win.
man. There's a lot of people out there
Who's
that
going to win
say
the fight,
McGregor's
but
going to whoop this dude's ass.
I don't know. Like I told you, here's one way to look at it. Yeah, there he goes. Yes, sir, boxing. So here's one way to look at it, right? I told you this the other night on the phone. So when Mayweather fought Pacquiao finally, um, Pacquiao for the most part couldn't touch Mayweather. He couldn't touch him. So if Pacquiao couldn't touch him, I don't know if McGregor's gonna touch him. Yeah, you are correct, Skimpy. It's all for a payday. Yep. Fight probably isn't going to be very good. The only way the fight will probably be good. Now here's what I think could happen. Not to say it would, but because I honestly don't know that McGregor cares about uh if he would ever get to box again. This is kind of a one-time deal, right? So I think for the best value, this is what would happen. McGregor would get frustrated. The brother would come out in Mayweather. Then the brother comes out and he's going to start dancing around and sticking his tongue out and making fun of him. And Connor's probably going to try to throw some big haymakers. And McGregor's going to duck him and go, "Oh, you're stupid," and make him look bad. And then here's what would be the ultimate: McGregor melts down, tackles his ass, and starts ground and pounding before they could get in the ring to stop it.
That's the whole thing right there is that I will not be personally watching this fight. I'm not going to put money to watch this fight. Um, it reminds me of the old Rocky movie where Rocky went in and fought the Hulk. Hulkamania. What's his face? You know who I'm talking about, right? Not the Hulk. Like the wrestler dude. No, the wrestling guy.
The Russian?
Hulkamania. Oh, hey, brother. Blah. That douchebag.
Oh,
Hulk Hogan, right? But they did that whole
Hulk
thing
Hogan.
in the movie where the boxer
Yeah.
fought the wrestler. And it just has that feeling to me that you got McGregor, who everybody says, man, he could box. I agree, he could box, and he came from boxing, and but your instinct is, okay, I'm trying to punch this guy, but this guy ain't letting me punch him. What do? Go for the legs.
That's what I'm saying. He's just gonna
Right.
like flip a switch and go, screw it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tackle his ass.
That's
Yeah. The real fight for boxing fans, and I don't know, we'll see if Skimpy agrees with me. Like I said, Skimpy is a boxing guy. I watch a lot of boxing. And the fight I've been looking forward to forever is Canelo and Triple G, which is in September. That fight I can't wait for. Because I love Triple G. We'll see what Skimpy says. Triple G is my favorite guy. Yeah, they're all responding. They're helping you out on the comments. Hulk Hogan.
all I had to do is, hey brother, brother, I'm gonna sell a hot dog, brother. I'm not gonna say I didn't used to watch that shit, but I did. I
Yeah.
did. I was a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan.
Stone Cold. Yeah.
No, but see, back back
I
when
took you for
back when I
Junkyard
first started,
Dog.
or when I was watching it, he was not Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was stunning Steve Austin, and he came out like all prissy and shit. That wasn't working for him, so then he had to drop some f bombs and say, "Now I'm Stone Cold
That's
Steve
funny.
Austin," and he'd always do this. Caleb, if you're still there, You cannot go wrong with the Fluger President. You can't. That there is a giggle. That there is the number one selling.
No, I was giggling. I was giggling because I was watching on the YouTube and you were doing your double bird.
That there. That there. The Fluger President. Or even the Tryon. I physically have a Fluger Tryon. Very, very good reel. And they're bulletproof. And you're not, I mean, really I think you could actually get them at Sportsman's Warehouse in the 40s. But, so if you're talking, cheap, because high school kid, right, doesn't have a shitload of money, so cheap. That there is a good cheap reel. Now, if you're talking like under $80, you got the Fluger President XT or the Ardent. I think the Ardent Bolt is a pretty nice reel. And then Shimano has a really nice reel for under $80. And you can't really go wrong with Shimano. But I don't own any.
So Skimpy just said he actually has 2 of those presidents and they're great.
Yeah,
He says you can get
they're
a
freaking
combo for
bulletproof.
$79.99.
Oh, yeah.
They might even have those at Ranch and Home. Well, I know they have a Fluger bait cast combo there.
Yep. And then,
So they
like I
probably
said,
have the
for
spinning one.
under that $80, what the frick? I don't know how I did that. Yeah, the Ardent Bolt. And it's relatively lightweight. 8.7 ounces. And that's pretty nice reel. And it actually looks good, I mean.
Yeah.
But like I said, the one like if I was like really, if I wasn't worried about looks, Shimano. Oh, it's this typical gold and black
which
piece
Shimano
of
are you
shit.
talking about?
Right there. The Sahara.
Okay. Because the one that came out last year at ICAST was that one below that what's it called? The Nase or Nas. That was the one that got released at ICAST
This one,
last year.
for $100. That's just it. When you start talking about reels, and then this is why I'm going to casking or just buying the casking stuff. I mean, price and bang for your buck. You're getting everything you need for that price. So why would I need to buy a concept, right? I mean, really, why? I got it. It's right here, man. $50. It works out fine. Because I mean, everybody here would love to have this Stratic. Who wouldn't want to say, man, yeah, I got a Stratic. I got 6 of them.
Yeah.
But why do you need it? We're just weekend hackers.
Mm-hmm. That's like having the
I don't know about that. I'm
Lexus
kind
or
of.
the Camry. That probably was a poor example.
Yeah.
You get what I'm going with that.
But this is like I said. Being a weekend hacker, bang for your buck, huh?
Hey, are you able to look at the comments? We're getting the request. I think we're getting the invite.
Which one? What am I looking at?
I think we're getting the invite. At the bottom, the most recent.
We need the
live chat.
Oopty Oop Fishing Guys part of LOB. Oh.
See, now I don't have a problem with that. You guys more have.
Dude, I don't own any flat brim hats.
I don't think I do either.
Almost. Almost.
Wait. Well, you can't see because you got your
Oh,
headset on, but you got to pull it over the ears too, right? Don't forget
my
that. You got
my
to
hat
cover up
don't do
the
that.
top
My
of your
hat was
ears.
made
Yeah.
for the curvature of the earth. You know I'm just giving you guys shit.
They might need us to have some old guys in the crew though. You know,
Yeah, that's
we
right.
got to have the old guys in the crew to be
Double
like,
old
yeah, that's the
OG.
OGs back there. Oh guys, you see them guys? You see them guys sitting over in the corner
Yeah.
slapping bones? That's the
Well,
OGs.
that's all you're going to be hearing. Dominoes, mother.
Domino.
Yeah, see.
Oh yeah, Skimp said LOB can have hillbillies.
I
See, that's
know.
what they think. See, they
Bunch of
think that of Eastern Washington, right? They're like,
farmers.
oh, that's just a bunch of redneck, toothless hill farmers over there, right?
Farmers. Bunch of hillbillies. Hey, I'll do it. I'll do it. We haven't put no damn videos out for a while though. We got to.
Oh yeah,
Legion
that's
of
the
Bass.
yeah Legion of Bass.
Yeah, I've been working on the
Got their
sign for
own
you
got
guys.
their own group channel.
I think it goes something like that. I don't know what that means. I probably just pissed off a whole shitload of people in South Central, but they'll be coming for me. Plus, I'm wearing a white hat, so
Yeah.
that's probably not gonna be good. See, I can't have that live stream on over there because it messes me up because I start watching it, so I got to shut it off. So
He just said, you ain't from around here, are you? I have a, not to tell on myself, but I do have a funny you ain't from around here story. So, I'm in the Air Force stationed back in South Carolina. This is back in the mid 90s. And I really never was into fishing, but I had a boss at the time that had to go fishing all the time. So, he knew this other guy that had his own property and had his own pond, and it was stocked with some bass and bluegill and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, you guys come over after work anytime you want, go fishing." So we had this day set up, right? He goes, "Just stop off at the bait store and pick you up some crickets," right? So we go to this little convenience store on the way, walk in there, and I walk it up and down the aisles, and I see the crickets, and then I see they have these buckets. You know what a cricket bucket looks like? So it looks like a coffee can, but instead of sides, it has mesh around it, right? And then the top has like a coffee can lid, but it's like they cut out the center, like 3 inches of it, So there's like a hole,
mm-hmm.
maybe you could fit your hand down in there, but the rest of it still has the lid. And then a sleeve goes down like 3 inches down from the top around the middle part. So I grab this can, right? I'm going to put some crickets in there, and I'm looking around, looking around. The guy walks up, he's like, "Can I help you?" And I go, "Well, I'm just trying to find the lid to this so I can get some crickets." And he looks at me with this funny look on his face. He's like, "You ain't from around here, are you?" I'm like, "Well, I'm in the Air Force up the road, but I'm not originally from here." And he goes, "They don't have a lid on it. Crickets can't jump straight up."
dumbass.
Like, man, I look like an idiot, right? That's what he had to look on his face like. They can't jump straight up, idiot. Yeah, who knew?
Dumbass.
Who knew? Yeah. I was too. I picked up that can. I'm like, well, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This cricket's gonna be all over in the car or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
not from around here.
Y'all ain't from around here.
Yeah, there's that. Dude, I can't believe you haven't used this yet. Your creed.
Use what? What is this?
Real.
Yeah, I know. What's funny is because I have the line for it. I got tactical fluorocarbon 8 pound. When I got the line, I got the reel, and I actually thought about spooling it up the other day and just slapping it on my Shimano and take it out there because You know
Mm.
our you remember our good reel rebuilding job that we did. That thing still makes. I used it this weekend. And you know it's bad when you cast it out there and you start reeling real fast and it's making all kinds of noise and the guy at the front of the boat turns around like, "You got one?" Like, no, no,
It's just the real. It just
no.
makes you feel better
It's
about
just our
yourself.
wonderful maintenance.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah. You got one? Nope.
yeah,
That thing's light too. That thing's light too. I don't remember what all sizes they have, but the one I
yeah.
got was
You probably got a 20.
super light.
Yeah, that's what I would have got, and that's
Mm,
7.4,
I think it was.
which is a very
Yeah,
light spinning reel. No, and it looks
yeah.
nice. Well, that's what we put down for your best bang for your
Mm,
buck is the Creed and the Fate Black combination. You'd have a good combination right there. For basically under
right.
$200. I got sunburned today. That hurts. Damn it. Oh yeah, that's red. Yeah, that is a nice setup. So yeah, Caleb, take all that graduation money you got and go buy some fishing gear. Don't.
Hey, and go buy you a. You need to go buy you a freaking. Head up to Sportsman's and
Well,
get
he
you a
said
little
he's been
entry
fishing
level
with his buddy.
kayak.
He got a little John boat with like a little 20 horsepower on there. Yeah, I'm like that's all you need. Go out and
Oh,
hit
there you
those
go.
places.
Yeah,
That'd be good. Man, I keep on. I got so many damn screens up.
we're gonna we're gonna have to get us a big.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to find us a John boat and we can go over there and fish with the skimp. Go hit that Lakewood
Well, we just need to make a trip
Master
over there.
Bass Fest.
Period. I was talking to one guy. Um, oh, he's from Puyallup, and I think on Instagram he goes by Whiskey Basin, Whiskey Bassin. But anyhow, long story short is that like he would follow us and I'd follow him and then he would unfollow us and I'd unfollow him and we were just playing this game back and forth of following and unfollowing. So finally I sent the dude a message. I'm like, hey man, I don't know if you have a bot or something running your stuff, um, but you know, you keep on unfollowing me and I unfollow you back because I want people that want to, you know, pay attention, you know. And he's like, no, man, it's just a bot and does some funny stuff. And but I got talking to him anyhow. He's over in Puyallup, man. That dude catches some pigs too over there. And I told him though, he's like, yeah, I really want to get over to your guys' neck of the woods. And I'm like, ain't that funny how like a lot of people in Western Washington want to come over to here to go fishing, but yet almost everybody over here wants to get over to there to go fishing. So he was a real cool guy. He's a firefighter or something like that over in Puyallup.
Yeah, they want to come over
Yeah.
here and catch those 4 or 5 pound smallies because you know that's a whole different animal. It's like I told you one day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and you started fishing around here. What three was about 3 years ago? Yeah, 2014. And you remember when we first started fishing? Yeah, you could catch smallmouth, but we'd always be like, man, I want to catch a largemouth. I want to find the largemouth. But it's funny is when you watch them talk to the pros, like the Bass Elite guys, like they all
Right.
say, "Oh man, I want to catch smallmouth." Like they love going to Michigan. They love going up there, and it's just
That's what
funny
you want to go
because
catch.
you know
Yeah, because
whatever you don't have,
be
that's what you
perfectly
want to go
honest with
catch.
you,
So
those largemouths that I caught yesterday, they didn't put up much of a fight. They just rolled all into the boat.
yeah,
Oh
you get a
yeah,
hold of a four
that's a
pound
little strong
smallie, especially a
bastard.
4 pound smallie that lives on the
That's
river
a
with the
strong
current.
bastard
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
yeah, you're in for a battle.
But that's just
Yeah,
the way it goes. I mean, we want to go over there and catch big largemouth, and they want to come
yeah.
over here and catch whatchamadiggers. There it is. There it is, brand new, not a speck of dust
There
on
it
it.
is. There it is. Still shiny. Still shiny. Although my cat did a number on the
Oh,
hammer,
I
but you
can see
probably can't
that.
tell that. He got a hold of it.
He tore the
Oh
shit
yeah,
out of
you
that.
probably see that. Yeah, he left
He
his
tore the
mark.
straight shit out of that.
Yep.
He probably humped it too.
Yeah. See, Yep. Oh yeah. See, I gotta keep the. Well, I hope you put some luck on it then. I gotta keep the office door closed because yeah, and he's like a toddler. He gets into everything. He about got himself a ticket out today though. I come in here this morning to open up the blinds and yeah, the nice
Oh,
metal blinds. One of them's got some teeth marks in it.
cats.
Was bent a little bit. I'm like, oh man. I looked at him. He had that guilty look on his face. I'm like, I gotta tell mom. I gotta tell mom
Can't
because
have that.
otherwise she's
This
gonna
won't
think
even
I
let
did
you
it.
in there.
And we can't have that. Oh, sorry, man. I gotta sell you out this time.
Right? Man. All right, what else you got to talk about, man? I told you this is your show tonight. I'm not. I have no freaking clue of anything.
I don't know. Well, we don't have much more fishing to talk about because Bassmaster
Hmm.
was off. They don't fish again until July 20th. They're going up on their northern swing. So yeah, they got like from July 20th, 27th, August 24th. Yeah, they're gonna be hitting the northern swing. So they're gonna be going after those smallies. So nothing really to talk about there. While I'm thinking about it and Skimpy's on here. Matter of fact, if he'll do it, we should have him on. We should have him on next month in July, sometime before their next tournament, which according to their schedule, I'm looking at
Yeah.
right here, July 29th at St. Clair.
Oh.
We should try to get him on again. I don't know if we're good for his rating,
He probably dropped a
but he's
couple
definitely
people.
good
They're
for our
like,
rating.
Jesus, dude. Where'd you find those hillbillies at?
They're like,
I should put on
yeah.
my Peyton Manning jersey.
Well, I'm
Oh, yeah.
surprised he
Yep.
hasn't
Yep.
commented
There it
about that
is.
dolphin bag sitting behind
He,
me. I just threw all my crap from
is
my
that
backpack in
the
there to
dolphin
take to
hat
the
I brought
boat
from
because I
Mexico?
need something to grab my tackle boxes.
Behind you too, hanging up?
That's
Oh,
uh, it's
I
behind
see.
that hat. That's my normal.
You
That's my
can't be
normal.
proud to
It's
wear that
behind
one,
that one
huh?
though.
Somebody slaved a long time to make that Miami Dolphin hat, and it cost me like 30 pesos. Not on the hat. No, the hat
Yeah.
was prior
Didn't you
before I
get
got
jobbed on that one?
taken for about
Oh,
$90. But that was my own stupidity. I couldn't do the math fast enough. We were just talking about that today too, planning our next trip over there. But um, yeah, that was not good experience. Not good experience. But yeah, I'd have to say that definitely chatterbait. What the hell is that ugly bastard? Look at this. Oh, hold on. Ugh. Ugh.
found something else. Whoa.
Look at that ugly ass catfish. What the
Man.
hell?
That
Now see,
catfish looks like he's been tripping
I
on
don't know
mushrooms or
about you,
something.
but if we were out fishing, I hate catfish to begin with, so I don't even like touching them. But if I had that thing at the end of my line
Yep.
and I brought it up and I got it close to the boat or the shore, I'm cutting that freaking line. There you go, dog. Be free. That is just hideous looking. Ugh. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's hideous. Yeah, there's some people catching big ones still.
Skimpy says he's up for coming on again, so
He
we
smoothed it
didn't hurt
over
his
with the
ratings that
guys.
bad then. It's all good.
LOB.
Hey, and we
LOB.
did get an invite to the LOB, so We're
That's
about to be
right.
in the circle of trust.
That's
Circle of
right.
trust. We're gonna go over there and fish some of their spots, and maybe if we're feeling
Yeah.
froggy, we might hit a Bitter Lake, maybe take a little group
Yeah.
photo in front of the
Now we
landmark
do need to
building.
get over there. I don't know. I was kind of looking at the calendar trying to figure out when we could make a trip that direction.
Oh yeah, let me see if I can find this real quick. What I was telling you about today. This will be good for Skimpy and the boys too. Let me find this. I don't know if anybody believes in the solar or the astro tables they call it in Bassmaster magazine. So Friday the 23rd, they have some kind of a rating score that they come out with the best days of the month for fishing, right? They put it in Bassmaster every issue for the upcoming month, and I've never seen a day that had this high of a score. So
Not
we'll
really.
see if it'll
What's
show
the
up
what's the
here.
link? What's it called?
I don't know. Probably no. The Astro table. Yeah, it won't. It's highlighted in yellow. You could see that line highlighted in yellow. Anyways, it's Friday, July 23rd, and it says it's a 99 day out of 100. I've never seen one that high.
Yeah, which
So everybody go fishing on
sucks.
Friday.
Okay, the Astro table. Got it. Let's see here.
It says go to bassmaster.com. There you go, right there. Yep, look at that. Friday the 23rd.
Whoop. Friday the 23rd.
99. I don't know. I guess maybe you could ask that if those guys, if they, if Skimpy's still
So
on there.
Saturday.
Do you guys believe in the astro, lunar, all that stuff? I know me and Jay looked at it before, and I used to keep track of it, and we'd go fish it a couple times, and we might not catch anything. Jay
So
would be like,
yeah, I do
matter of fact, I
remember
think we used to have an app, and then Jay would
is
have to
that
get
I
rid of
was all
that app.
stoked because you talked me into reading this shit and looking into it, and I was all stoked, man. We're going to slay the piss out of these things, and I think we got totally skunked. I don't think we caught anything. Like I'm talking like no bites, no nothing. And I remember giving you crap the whole time. Oh yeah, lunar, astrophysic, booga booga bull crap. Freaking. And that's also when we were fishing there during that same time, and you could hear the Indian drums across the river. They're doing some that. Remember that? it
Oh,
was like a
right.
scene out of Deliverance getting ready to
Yeah.
happen. I'm like,
It was a
dude,
powwow going
Astro
on.
something, but it ain't looking good for us. Yeah, Astro lunar predictions. Well, it might be a good time to go fishing that night though. Like, get off work because I gotta work.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Well, I guess maybe I was telling you that today, like as a hint that maybe you had a eye
Man, dude,
infection
I'm
coming
so
on
busy right now. I can't
Thursday
even
night, Friday morning, maybe.
fathom taking a day off.
Yeah.
No, but I got a new employee starting sooner or later, so that's what corporate keeps on telling me. They're sending me somebody, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see on that part.
So
Yeah, I listened to it on the
did you
radio.
get to hear the whole race today, or
Yeah, and of course I picked Matt Kenseth for
yeah,
this
Kyle
race
Larson got him another
for
one?
my fantasy. And guess where he was at the whole race? Top 5, the whole race. And then I heard, oh, the 20 slid through his
Until the end.
pit. I'm like, God, blam it, come on. And then next thing you know, they're like, and Kenseth is
Yeah.
battling for third. I'm like, yeah. And then there was like 18 laps to go, and something happened, caution or something, and everybody's pitting. And next thing I heard again, he did it again. 20 slid through his pits. It's like, oh, you just right, Kenseth, douche. So he got 11th.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's why I don't do the
You know
fingers
what?
anymore because
I made it a
I
lot
got tired
easier
of
by
yelling at
doing
my
what I
TV
did
every
and
Sunday.
made all my picks, because then it doesn't, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, hey,
Yeah.
if I win,
Ahead of
man, I'm a
time.
genius. If I lose, I got an excuse. Hey, man, dude, I put my picks in 3 months ago. You know, so I don't really pay too much to it. I don't.
Right.
With the new points, the way the points are going right now, it's luck of the draw. Hopefully, you pick Martin Truex. You know, as many points, bonus points as that guy's freaking racking up. I think he scored. Oh,
Yes. Skimpy, hey, hold on real quick. Skimpy's heading out. He's got to bail for
there
some
you go,
Father's Day
Skip.
dinner. Skimpy, thanks for getting on tonight.
You're the
Appreciate
best
it.
dad. This is the card that I got from my daughter, but this is mine. It says
You're the best dad.
this card says you're the best dad, and then you open it up and inside it says all other dads suck. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Happy Father's Day, Skimp. Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get you on again, and still, we're gonna make it over there.
No.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I saw the comment he had to
The
get off.
racing. Oh,
So yeah, you were talking about
yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
your schedule that you had your
We'll
picks
see.
already lined out.
I made them. I made that bet. I'll lie in it. It was $25. If you win, you win 1,500 or whatever. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah.
Local wise, I told you last night about the late model race. I actually watched it. I happened to get my brother texted me or shared the link on Facebook, and so I got a chance to watch it. I caught it like 11 laps in. Matter of fact, the funny part is, as soon as I tuned it in, because it was a live feed on Facebook, Chance's girl was off the track, tied up with some other guy, and it's like, wow, that didn't take long. But anyways, I watched the rest of the race, and yeah, that Zamora, she pretty much put the wood to those boys. So we've talked about her before, and she definitely seems like
That's the hard
she
part
definitely
right
got some
there.
talent, but also like we've said, she's got to find the money. She's got to find the money, and she's got to get out of the Northwest.
Either way, you got to go back
obviously
east.
The competition level's not what it used to be. Yeah, I would say back east, or you at least got to go down
Yeah,
south.
but
You know,
I
at least
still
gotta
don't
go
think that's
maybe
going
some
to get
Southwest
your.
tour or something like that.
I mean, I was watching
At
on
least.
last night. Yeah, last night was Saturday, right? Yeah. And I watched the ARCA race from Elko, Ohio. It was an ARCA race. And this one girl was in the race,
Right.
and they were just, the whole race, and she wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
But she's getting that TV time and everything else too. So you got to go back east.
Well, I think my brother was telling me even the Riddles are racing down in Arizona a lot right now, supposedly. Yeah. You just got to get out of the Northwest. So, I mean, Pete Harding was in that race last night, but let's see, I have the results pulled up, but he finished fifth. I mean, Zamora won by over a straightaway. And second place was a dude named Brandon Ash. That's where you asked me who, and I go exactly. Third place was Mitch Klein. Again, who exactly? Fourth place was Jan Evans, which is Garrett Evans' son. I mean, just look at the names. And you got Pete Harding. Okay, everybody knows that name in the Northwest. Mike Sackett, Alan Kress, Riley Watson, Chance and BJ's girl, Brooke Schimmel, ninth. I mean,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
No, he definitely got to
That's not
travel out of
exactly the
here
who's
and
who of late model racing.
make.
And I'm not saying that to take nothing from Zamora, because I believe, that. I believe she's legit. She's the real deal. But
Right.
and like I told you to text last night, Summer
And
Showdown.
that's going to be at Evergreen.
That's to me, that'll be the tester.
Yeah, we should go to that again.
Yeah, that's the one that we went
I haven't
to
been to a
couple
car
years
race.
ago.
Well, actually, you're going to go to a big car race, so. Yeah.
In August.
Oh.
The Summer Showdown's in July, though. It's the weekend before boat race weekend. Which, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, let me check one thing first. I know you and I have had unbelievable time trying to schedule fishing together. I think we've only been fishing together 3 times this year. So let me just check something here real quick. So I think, you know what? I think this could have potential right here. So the Potholes tournament for Columbia Basin Bass Club, which I'm going to try to fish, is July 15th. Yeah, it's the weekend after that. Anyways, where I was going with that is maybe a little west side fishing in the day and hit the race at night kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. That's a possibility. It'll be a long ass day.
Yeah. Let's just find somewhere to stay the night after the race and then fish a few hours at somewhere on the way back. Because you got over there by Issaquah, you got Pine and Beaver Lake. I could go over there Saturday morning and meet up with Skimp and those guys and try out some of their spots during the day.
Yeah.
I better make sure I have my dates right. I'm pretty sure it was that same weekend. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's all. I think that's about all we had to.
See, that's why you got to write it down.
I was trying to make notes in my head of stuff to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. We were just too busy today. We had a barbecue over here for Father's Day and stuff. So, yeah, Summer Showdown. So, man, I can't talk tonight. Summer Showdown is the 22nd. That's the main event day. July 22nd. I'm going to assume that's a Saturday, even though I probably shouldn't assume that. Yes. That's a Saturday, July 22nd. And so that would be the week before the Master Bassers next tournament.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
I would guess that Skimpy would be pre-fishing that Saturday.
Yeah, because we could always take that trip over to Bitter and then I don't know. I get a hotel room, but lock everything up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can just run some bike locks through that stuff.
Seattle, man, you're dealing with a whole different freaking animal over there. Yeah.
That's true, but typically on stuff like that, you're not sleeping that long,
Shit,
anyways.
we'd come out and the freaking bike locks and the skiff and the kayak would still be there, but everything else would be gone.
It'd be like, it'd be like this, right? Dude to roll up, and he'd be like, "Man, that's a mighty nice looking trailer there." He's like, "I really don't care about
What the
kayaks, and
frick
I
is
don't
it?
even know what the hell that other thing is." Lay it on the
Horse
ground.
trough?
I don't even know. Is that a hot tub? What is that thing?
Shit.
Do you sit in it? Do you fill it up with water? What is that? Just put it on the ground.
Yeah, that's no. That we might have to do that. Might be all right. That might be all right.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Of course, like I said, that would be a test for her right there, because
Right.
you're probably going to get, well, you're going to get a few California drivers show up, and
Do they already got a list on who's
probably
signed
be
up
some
for it?
talent at that race. I haven't heard nothing about it. Well, they don't have that one site that we used to go to, although it's probably a Facebook post or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, we have to figure that out. Not really. Not really. I went
Well, you got
through,
anything else?
told you about my broken rods and the new reel, and I do need to get a new camera though. I think I gotta either bite the bullet and get either a GoPro Silver 4 Silver or a Black 5. I'm still debating on that. They're the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same price. The only difference is on
Right.
the
You don't need a
5
case.
versus the 4. You don't have
Right.
to have a case for it. For waterproof wise, yeah, you don't need a case.
And it's voice activated. You could voice activate it. Say
So
GoPro
there's
record.
that.
So I know the footage I got this weekend with my new camera.
Yep.
Which one is it? I think it's that one. I don't know if everybody can see that. So that will record at 1080 60 frame rates, and it actually does have very very good quality pictures. But now I'm running into issues where it resets and like it corrupted some of my files, so I didn't get like some of the footage from those fish that I caught, and so that sucks. But yeah,
You still got,
yeah
I think
that
you still got some
that
footage I
walk-in
sent you
place that
that
we did, a
hasn't
couple
made the
fish on
cut
that,
yet.
and
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's not hitting me like, oh yeah, do it this way. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the mojo is not in there to make one. I gotta feel it. Gotta feel it.
When you're an
Gotta feel it.
artist, you gotta feel it.
But I don't know. I
If you're
might do a
not
quick
feeling it,
one
you're
just
not
of
feeling
these, fish that we did this weekend, and then I'll probably fill in that other one. Finish the other one. I started. It's like halfway done because I was waiting for your footage to show up. So I think I got my little dinks that I caught on there in the walk in, but that's about it.
it. So it
I
sounds
think so.
like you're
Yeah,
gonna be sounds like
I
you're gonna
think
be
so.
out for Saturday.
But maybe Friday night.
Yeah, well, now I was trying to tell Maria that, hey, because, she gets off work early on
Mm-hmm.
Fridays. I said, I'll get everything ready to go. Do you get off? We can run out the
She'd be
inlet
down
for a
for that.
while. So sounded like it.
I don't know, I
That
guess it depends on
subject
how
can
hot it's
change
supposed to
throughout the
be.
course of the week. But yeah, I was
It
gonna
was
look at
nice
that. I
today,
know
man.
we are
That
supposed to
90
be
degree
getting some
weather
90s
today
this
was
week.
awesome.
Yeah, if you're not sitting in a school bus that doesn't have air conditioning, yeah, it's probably awesome.
Well, on the weekends, it could be cold during the week. I don't give a shit. As long as there's no wind or thunderstorms, that's all I care about.
Right? Right? Well, as of right now, Friday is calling for a sunny high of 84, wind north northeast at 9. So that's not super
Right?
bad, especially if it's coming from the north because it's going to be coming from on top of it'd be coming over the top of your
Yeah,
head.
maybe. I mean, I gotta look at my schedule and see what
So that's not
if I could
bad
get
then.
if I could be off by like 4:30 ish 5, and just leave straight from work and haul ass out there. Fish till dark.
Hmm.
That might not be too
Yeah,
bad. I don't know. I'm not expecting much out of that
right.
place anymore.
I'm kind of itching to get back out
Right?
there. That's the last place
Well,
well,
you should go to
besides
the
that
Seeps,
walk-in place we went to, that's the last place I caught some pretty good
Thompson.
ones.
Right?
Yeah, but I know Maria's not going to be interested in going nowhere like that. She's more going for the relaxing and stuff like that. Like she's not going to sit there and decide, yeah, let's go so we can catch a big largemouth.
Well, so what you need to do is come by and grab the skiffs, and then throw your kayak on top of it, and then she could just sit on the skiff, and then she could like read a book and take pictures of nature and
Yeah, oh, I'm sure she'll fish once she gets there, but I'm just saying she's not gonna. She does. It don't mean
right,
nothing to her to say, "Oh,
right.
I'd rather go to. Well, I want to go here and fish for smallies. Or I want to go chase
Oh,
green
dude, our
ones." Like
quality
she'd
is
care less
going
that
to
aspect of
shit
it.
in a handbasket. Oh yeah, I'm sitting here watching the green and red
Yeah, I noticed a
because
lot
on
of
the
spinning tonight
capture,
going on.
um, it tells me drop frames and CPU usage and all that, and yeah, it dropped down a couple times into the red.
Well, somebody else is watching now because after Skimpy and those guys got off, there was two watching, which obviously is me and you.
I do
Now we have
apologize
three,
in
so
advance.
somebody's watching.
Yeah. All right, man. No, I think we did pretty good. I went a little over. We're at an hour 23, so yeah, we'll call it good. And I got to figure out this week,
Yeah.
man. That's gonna be my mission right there, is to figure out the streaming on getting the quality better. That is going to be my number one mission right there. So I might have to call you up and say, hey, get on real
Right.
quick so we could see how this is. Yeah, you're off now. So does that mean you're going to play some video games every
Well, I
once in a
got
while?
time. I'll be around. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should be.
All right.
I should be
Well,
picking up
I'm
a
going to run
rifle
the
again.
outro. So next week, fellas.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
somebody
yeah.
pulling
I
drag
just watched one of those
just got
that
on a
guy's
message.
videos.
Got here just in time for the send
He's
off.
if I remember right, Poland Drag, because the name sounds familiar. I think he owns an ultra skiff. Yeah, matter of fact, you should go. You should go look at it. It's funnier than shit because
Oh,
his
really?
video was like how not to skip a doc. he he did what I always did, just bounce the shit right off it. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
I giggled and I think I even commented. I'm like, "Yep, I beat the
Oh,
hell."
I'm gonna have to check that
Not
out.
only have I beat the hell out of stuff, it's like that's usually when I get one of my worst backlashes. Like that one where I had to totally cut the spool off when I freaking went King Griffey into the pylon.
Right?
Yeah, see, I remember that one. I was like,
He
oh,
just
dude,
commented correct, so
oh,
yeah, you
been
must be
there, done
talking about
that.
the right guy.
Yeah, that's terrible. Well, thanks for showing up, buddy. Yeah, I like your videos. Yeah.
I'm gonna check him out after this. He said he had to become a carpenter that day. Yeah, we usually I don't know where pulling drags at, like time zone wise, but yeah, we always start at seven Pacific on Sunday nights. But Jade always leaves the shows up too, so
Yeah, it
you can go
wasn't
back
too
and watch
bad.
them anytime. And but there was some funny stuff
It
tonight.
wasn't too bad. We didn't have to kill a hooker tonight for ratings, so it's all right. All right.
You know what, and we're getting close too, because we, like I said, we made it over 100 subscribers.
Yeah,
So
I think
one of these live shows, yeah, we're gonna have to do a
I think
giveaway
we need to
here
do one at
before too
200.
long.
Mm-hmm.
200 subscribers.
Oh, I think so. Well, probably. I
Sounds
mean, if
pretty
you do a
good. We're
giveaway,
at
you'll probably pick up
126
at least
now. We should be able
30.
to get there soon.
But yeah, I think if after we hit like when we hit 150,
Right.
that may be like six. That could be like 6 7 years from now or something like that. But when we hit 150, then
Gonna
we'll push a
start
200
pumping it, start pushing it.
giveaway and give away some good stuff. Well, I don't know, man. That last giveaway we did, that was pretty damn good. Yeah, that was that was pretty good. That cost me $8 to ship that
Oh,
stuff,
right,
so
right.
it was pretty good though. But yeah, I got my little package stuff I need to thumb through and figure out. One of these days, when we hit like 20,000, we'll have to
Right.
give away like a rod and reel. We're we're gonna give a
Yeah. We get to that
we
point.
hit 10,000. We're gonna give
Remember
away a
when?
Ferrari
Remember when we
458
started out?
Italia.
We only had 4 views.
That's
Yeah,
exactly it. So
but
I
we
just
didn't
said
specify it
Ferrari.
was a
Ferrari
real one or a
458
Hot Wheels
Italia.
version.
All right, let me hit this outro and y'all have a good one. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
Yeah.
If I can find the damn button. Hit it.
Yeah.